Young Diddy's attorney, Mark Angelo, decided not to continue with Diddy's bail hearing after prosecutors revealed strong evidence of suspected witness tampering. A key part of this evidence came from a leaked phone call between Diddy and his son, Christian Combs. This call played a major role in Angelo's decision, as its contents have seriously hurt Diddy's chances of being granted bail. So, what exactly did Diddy say in this call, and how serious?
Prosecutors say not only is Sean Combs not entitled to bail, but essentially, he shouldn't even get a hearing on this. And remember, Combs is currently in detention at the Metropolitan Detention Center out in Brooklyn, New York, after being denied bail by other judges. The main issues keeping him locked away are that the courts have held that the prosecutors have shown that he is a danger on the outside, he's a potential flight risk. Most notably was evidence put forward that he had been improperly contacting victims and witnesses in this case. And as we discussed on previous sidebars, Sean Combs' counsel has denied all this. They've indicated that all of those conversations were not done with the intent to engage in witness tampering or obstruction, and even, at least they say, one witness had contacted Combs, not the other way around. Well, the government has come out with new evidence of its own to justify pretrial detention. And let me just read you this from the beginning of their brief. They say, while attempting to evade law enforcement monitoring, the defendant has, among other things, orchestrated social media campaigns that are, in his own words, aimed at tainting the jury pool, made efforts to publicly leak materials he views as helpful to his case, and contacted witnesses through third parties? What? And that's not even half of it.
Diddy's legal... bars.
His team has said, we're going to put together the proposed bail package. A $50 million bond, co-signed by him, his mom, his sister, the mother of his oldest daughter, and his 3 adult sons. It's going to be secured by the equity in his property in Miami, Florida. Home detention, his passport will be surrendered. The government said that's insufficient. They said, look at the charges, look at the weight of the evidence that I just mentioned. They said they have allegations that he and his associates were trying to tamper with witness testimony last year so that they wouldn't cooperate with the government. What do you take away about who has the stronger argument in terms of bail?
Well, I think his counsel has done the best they possibly can. I think bringing him there voluntarily is very smart, starts them out on the right foot. But I think the last thing that you just mentioned, the interfering with witnesses.
That's the allegation, yeah.
Yeah, if that's true, or I should say, if there's real indicia that happened, I think that might tip the scales in favor of not letting him out pending trial, because I think, and you know this, I think judges take an extraordinarily dim view of that. And that might be the factor that tips the scale again.
Diddy's legal team is facing major setbacks after his bail was denied for the third time, now with an added charge of witness tampering. Call records from the Metropolitan Detention Center, where he's being held, show that he tried to contact witnesses directly and even got others outside to step in on his behalf during the bail hearing. The judge ruled that Diddy is a threat to both the public and witnesses, making his legal situation even more complicated.
Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Yeah.
Did Jay reach out yet?
Nah, Bob. He ghosting.
What the f is this motherfucker doing? These things sweet now because I'm in here.
It's all good. You about to get out on bail.
Nah, fuck that. Hey, yo, check this out. Need you to reach out to the producer. Let these motherfuckers know there's a release date for that new Netflix movie.
Alright, Pop. It's crazy right now.
Everybody out there quiet as motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh.
What about all these lawsuits though, Pop?
Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway. Don't even worry about it. Bunch of money hungry.
Diddy is said to be desperate to get out of jail, knowing that once the witnesses in his case testify, his chances of freedom could be gone for good. A leaked document about his bail plan showed he was willing to pay $50 million for his release, even offering his and his family's passports to the court. However, concerns that Diddy might have a hidden second passport led the judge to reject his bail request, keeping him behind bars.
And those statements include descriptions.
Diddy's bail was denied, and he will remain in federal custody until his trial in May 2025, following the discovery of a revealing phone call. The recording showed Diddy speaking to his son and provided crucial evidence that influenced the court's decision. During the call, Diddy allegedly told his son to take care of witnesses, using the code word pizza boxes. He also mentioned suspicious recordings, referring to them as plastic, which added more difficulty to his defense.
Bail. Now you're wondering why I'm saying that. See, they are trying to use some of the things that happen to criminals all the time, or inmates all the time. They always, brother, they always do those impromptu searches. And in one of the cases, in this particular case, they said that when they did the impromptu search, they took some of his legal information, and the judge ordered them to give that back. So I guess the lawyers are going to come up with a couple of new things saying that he can't properly, have his case be properly, what do you call it when they client get they client and lawyer privileges. He can't properly do his case with, you understand, with them constantly going into jail cells, searching him, taking his legal briefs, taking his information, and then probably using it against him. But I don't believe none of that to be true. I believe that they went in there just like they do all the other inmates based on the information they had. You got to realize this, bro. They found out that Diddy was using other inmates' phone cards. Now that probably happens all the time. You understand? And he got to be probably the smartest, dumbest person that I know, because he got to know that those phone calls are being taped. So whatever his lawyers and them come up with, the prosecution's gonna come up with something else. So the judge is gonna wanna know, well, what did they do, when they found out he was in violation of some of this stuff that he was doing? Did they charge him with something new? Did they take some of his privileges away? What has happened in the interim of him doing this stuff that they alleged that he done? So it's gonna be a whole forestry of next week, because what they did was they held off whatever the procedures was going to go down today. The judge said he going to revisit this next week. So I guess, I don't know if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll find out what's going on, but it's going to be something that I think it may shock the world.